Hey, this is Byron. First of all, God bless you. And I want to talk about being a caretaker for your father or mother. Okay, it's a very sensitive subject, but it's something that people don't discuss because let me adjust my camera. I want you to get a great view of this ugly face. No, but my it's your heart has to be in the correct spot when you being a caretaker. You have to care. That's the part of caretaking. You really have to care. You're just not trying to do it for money or anything like that. It's something that has to come from your heart. And that's me taking care of my father. It comes from my heart. My father is 90 years old. He cannot see. He could barely walk. He was born on Christmas Eve. When I walk into his room, my heart is the first thing I ask my father is, "Are you okay? How are you feeling?" With with you can find anything on YouTube. You can find anything, if you have any questions about being a caretaker, you can find out exactly how to do it. They have videos on your laptop or your TV, and you can ask any question and they will answer it. They will show somebody the responsibilities of being a caretaker. And that's something that I watched many of times because sometimes I miss some things, so I had to go back to the videos to see exactly what is my responsibilities for being a caretaker, because I don't want to miss anything, because it could be loss of life if you miss something. When somebody get 90 years old or 100 years old, they are very fragile. The littlest things matter. The littlest things matter. And you can't miss anything, or it could be loss of life. I hate to say it like that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but it could be. Now, what hurt me, I went to some senior citizen places, some old folks homes, they say, and the people took me a tour around, just in case I had to bring my father there one day. They took me a tour around the facility, and it was really upsetting because the person was telling me, that was walking me around, saying that the kids bring the parents there for so we can watch over them, and the kids never come back to visit them at all, hardly ever. It's like they forget about them. They throw them away like a piece of dirt and just leave them there. Like I said, I'm not going to sugarcoat any video. I'm going to talk from my heart and what I was told. So it really hurt my heart, and that steered me in the other direction, like that I'm not going to do that to my father. Now, one day I might have to put him in an old folks home so he can be monitored 24 hours a day, because I can't do 24 hours a day because I have a life to live too. God gave me a life and gave me a soul. I got to take care of myself and him. So but sometimes a parent has to be monitored 24 hours a day in case they fall or they need medicine, or if something seriously happened to them, they can have an ambulance or get them to the correct facility a lot quicker than I can. Now, on that note right there, one thing, don't be scared to call the ambulance if you cannot handle the situation. Call the ambulance, because the doctor's office, the ambulance has more medicine and more professional people that know how to take care of someone than you do. You might care more, but they have the experience. You know, when a person get 90, I want to say something to you because a lot of people don't know this. When a person get 90 years old or 100 years old, a lot of things they say don't make any sense. Make it make sense. they think they know what they're talking about, and their mind is kind of discombobulated, and they can't get the words out right. Try to really try to understand what they're saying, and then make that. Sometimes you gotta make that tough decision. Like a lot of times, old people don't want to wash up. Sometimes you have to make them wash up. See what I'm saying? A lot of time, older people don't want to do certain things, but you have to make that tough decision. Hey, you got to do this, father. You got to do this, mother. No questions asked. You have to do it because this is what's best for you. That's exactly what you have to do when you're being a caretaker. You got to make some tough decisions, because a lot of times people say this: when a person get real old, they turn back into excuse me, they turn back into a baby. In a sense, they do. In a sense, they do. They turn back into a baby. So it's like you're their parent now. They was your parent. Now you are their parents, actually, in some situations. So that is a true statement when people have said that. Okay. And now before I go any further, please subscribe to my videos. I think it's a little red box in the corner over here, or it might be over here. It's in the bottom. It's a little red box, but please, because I want to get this message out to the world, to give people motivation and incentive to take care of their parents or do what's right by their parents. If they can't take care of them, if you have to put them in a home, come and visit them. Don't just leave them there like garbage. I want this message to get out. To every race, every culture, I want this to get out because this is very important. That's why I want people to subscribe to this video, because this is what people need to hear. Don't give up on your parents. That's my main saying. Don't give up on them. Even if you had to put them in a home, don't give up on them. Even if one of your siblings had to take care of them say you're in Chicago and they're in North Carolina, still call, or once in a while go out there and see them. It's very important. And that's what God would want you to do. It's firmly said in the Bible, honor thy father and thy mother. I follow the Bible 100%. I am very righteous. I try to live right. And I follow that motto as best as I can. I do. Back to what I was saying about sometimes their minds start to go. Yeah, their minds start to go. So that's where you got to make tough decisions. You do. They might not want those decisions, but you got to do what's best for them. Okay, now, like I said, with social media, you could pull up anything, any questions about caretaking or anything. You might have some confusion about do I have them take their medicine after they eat, stuff like that. Do you want food on their stomach before you give them the medicine? How many times you're supposed to give them the medicine? When should they exercise? Things like that. How much exercise at a certain age do they do? You could ask so many questions, and social media, you could pull it up and they'll show it. Exactly what to do. Okay. I always try to have a little bit of a conversation with them as much as possible, because that's big on their part. I cannot take my father outside because he's very fragile. He's like this thin. He is. So I try to have a little bit of a conversation when I have time. Every now and then I go down and just talk to him. Sometimes he's asleep. I wake him up. That's funny. I wake him up, but I let him get asleep again. Just because he want to have that conversation with me. And he said, "Thank you, son, for having that conversation with me." Yes, he does. You're going to have to, I don't want to sugarcoat this video because I want this video to get out, and I just like being honest with everyone. You're going to have to really go through some gross things when it comes to your parents. Sometimes they might use the bathroom on themselves. I'm serious. You just got to deal with it. Whatever situation it is, and this is the attitude I have. Whatever situation it is, when I walk through his door, I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to deal with the situation no matter what it is. No matter how gross it is. No matter if I got to call the ambulance. No matter what it is, I'm going to deal with it. Now, am I perfect? No. I might make mistakes, but I'm going to try to do my best. And that's what I'm asking from you. Try to do your best when you come to your parents. You're not going to always make the correct decision. You're not always going to make the right move. But just try to do the best you can what benefits them. And on a sidebar, I want to thank God for giving me the strength to do this video, because I want this video to get out to every culture, every race, because this is very important. People need to hear this. And I want to thank YouTube for giving me this platform to express myself, so I can leave a slight little bit of a legacy, so people know exactly what type of person I am. And thank you, YouTube, for all, and thank you, viewers, for all the views and the subscriptions. People subscribe to my video, all the likes and the shares. I'm just trying to get some friendly advice to help people. That's my motto, and that's what God got me on this path, to help people. That's all I want to do, is help people in every category. I do Uber Eats. I am my profession, I'm a daytime stock broker, a daytime trader. And that's my profession right there. And I just try to give advice, what I've learned in my 60 years. I'm 60 years old in this world, and I'm always trying to help people. So please leave comments to help me. I'm trying to help you. Please help me. Something I'm missing, or tell me I'm doing a good job, or tell me this is what I need to work on, because I'm going to go over this last point, and you could tell me if I missed anything. Now, this last part is very important. These are like 7 things you must do every day. The first thing is, how you doing, Dad or Mom? How you feeling today? Find out how they're feeling. That's the first thing you want to do. Okay? And probably get them washed up. I always get my father washed up. I talk to him while we're doing it, communicating with him, and have him laughing. You know, I always make a joke to make him laugh. And then I turn around and I say, are we about to get washed up? So a lot of things I have him do on his own, because if you do everything for them, they will never learn how to do it. So to have them, take off your jacket, Dad, take off your shirt, you know, things like that. Teach them to how to be self-resilient. Okay, and I want one more thing. I want to thank YouTube for teaching me. I used to talk horribly. I never really learned how to really talk professionally. I never really learned how to talk, how do I say it, express myself in a professional manner, and make my words properly. And I'm starting to get there. I'm still not there, but thank you, YouTube, for helping me and teaching me. Now, another thing, after you get them washed up, of course, you want to give them their food, their breakfast. I gave my father his breakfast. Okay, and then I give my father his medicine. And I give him, with his medicine, I give him a protein drink too. I give him a protein drink to get some energy inside of him. And then after we do all that, we start exercising. I give him he's like 90 years old, but he's really kind of ran down a little bit. So I don't have him exercise too much. So I have him exercise. And then I give him a large glass of water. Water is very important. I give him a large glass of water, and then I have a 5 or 10 minute conversation with him again. Make some jokes, you know, tell him we talk about the family history. He called it lifeline. Our lifeline through our history. His sister, his daughters. I got 2 sisters and 1 brother. We talk about them. So we have a pleasant conversation. And then I let him get some rest. And then that's the first, you know, from morning to afternoon. And then I let him get some rest, and then I see him in the evening too, because I got to take care of other things too. I manage a building and things like that. So I just some helpful hints of what I do. I don't want to stay in your ear too long, but I appreciate you watching my video. I'm just trying to give you some friendly advice. One more thing is, it seems like older people, I don't know if it's just black people or white, but older people love heat. Try not to make it too cold on them. My father loves heat. So I don't know if this is like, you know, every race, every culture, when they get old, they like that. But my father loves heat. And I just want to ask about that. Is that true for everyone that gets that, you know, gets real old, like 90 or 100 years old? They love heat rather than cold? Leave some comments to help me out with that. I'm not sure, because I don't know if that's a universal thing or just black people. I don't know. Seriously. You can't ask that on YouTube. They might be like, what you mean, black people? No, just playing. Like I said, excuse me. I went out and played darts last night, and the cold air kind of got to me. That's pretty much it right there. Thank you for watching. In conclusion, that's my favorite word. In conclusion, thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing my videos and liking my videos. I mean that. That's from my heart. I'm going to try to make more videos, get more information, pull up social media, pull up YouTube and ask questions about being a caretaker so I can bring those to you and you know, just try to help you out. Because I know there's some good people out there and they're trying to take care of their parents just like I am. Of course, on the other side, there's some kids and some people that's not doing as much as they could. I'm going to say it like that. But thank you. I love you. God bless you. And like I said one more time, good Lord, thank you for letting me make this video. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. See you soon.